it would be a huge, huge mistake to lose this guy, specifically to those dudes. This is not good. This is not good. So there are reports that Nkunku is not only unhappy at Chelsea, there are reports that he's considering moving to Man United. For United, this would be a great purchase. Great. For Chelsea, this would be a massive loss. This would be a massive loss. So let's discuss this right now. When he came to Chelsea, he came as a starter. This was a star player for Leipzig, who are consistent performers in the UCL, and I believe there was a game where he bowled against Real Madrid for Leipzig. So he's coming in as a Champions League level player, a guy who is on the cusp of the France squad because he didn't make that. I forgot what tournament it was where he couldn't make it due to injury. He came to Chelsea as I'm a starter and I'm a star player. And he would have been a star player under Pochettino. Injury happened and everything just changed. But it's now to a scenario where he's now being benched for Nico Jackson, and he's now in the B team playing in the Conference League against Noah's Ark. Nkunku did not come all the way to Chelsea to be playing in a B team against Noah's Ark. That's not why he came here. So I'm sorry. I understand his frustration. To add an insult to injury, and I believe this is where things just unraveled. Man United, big time game. It can go either way. And you bring him on for what, 2 minutes? You bring him on for what, 2 minutes? So the amount of times where these are big games, massive games, and you've brought him off the bench to play 2-3 minutes, it's a slap in the face. It's insulting. And this is where I'm at with it. Nico Jackson is a good player. He is. He's a talented player. And he brings value to the team 100%. Hold up play, control of the play, transition, passing the ball through, helping to bring other guys into the game, awareness of where other guys are, his passing, just his mobility and how he's able to connect with other players. He brings value to the attack. He's not a striker. He's not an elite striker. And I'm telling you right now, I have more faith in Nkunku as a goal scorer than Nico Jackson. Now, again, I anticipate it. But Nkunku is not a striker, he's a support striker. If it's between Nico Jackson being a striker or trying to force Nkunku into this team as somewhat of a striker or a false nine so he doesn't leave, I'm taking my risk with Nkunku as a striker or a false nine or a roaming striker who is mobile. That's not really rigidly there, but is much more of a roaming striker. Because 100%, I'm sorry, Nkunku deserves more game time. And how you came here as a star in Leipzig, a starter in Champions League games against Real Madrid, to playing in the Conference League against Noah's Ark, that's insulting. That is insulting. And I'm like, bro, he deserves more time. Nico Jackson is not our striker. Nico Jackson ain't Didier. He ain't Uncle Didier. He is not that dude. He simply is not that dude. So for Maresca, you have to be very careful how you handle this. Because Nkunku is well within his right to feel insulted and slighted. Now, Maresca's his job is hard. Like his job is hard, his job ain't easy. So there's so many players and there are only so many positions. And look, you have to respect every manager making his decision. I just feel your decision is wrong. To give Nkunku so few minutes and to not really alternate between starting between him and Nico, I think is wrong, because in the long term, it will only harm Chelsea. It will only harm Chelsea. Nico Jackson is not an elite striker. He's not an elite goal scorer. And he should not be a consistent starter in that position for 38 games. No, it's not. Now, it's good. It's difficult to, it is a possibility, but This means a rapid reorganization, which is what Pochettino wanted to do, which is there is a way we have Nico and Nkunku in this team. There is a way. But you now have to think about Palmer, you now have to think about Neto, and where did not play Palmer. So it is difficult. Hence why I say that for how the team is working, specifically for the role that Palmer brings and how important Palmer is to this team, that Nkunku support striker role doesn't really exist. Which is why play him as a false nine. Play him in the striker position, but give him different instructions. Because people say, Nkunku can't play striker. That's not his position. You see, football is it's fluid. And which is why I say, whenever you see that formation like 4-4-2, 4-5-1, 4-2-3-1, that's not how guys will originally look when it's actually in motion. That's just the graphic. The instructions given to the striker is what is very key. And I feel that for Nkunku, even if he plays striker, doesn't mean that his heat map is in the 18-yard box. It just means that that's just where it is on the graphic. But in practice, he's on the left, he's on the right, he's pulling back. Him and Palmer and Neto, Madueke, they're all alternating. There's movements there. Because I just feel just because Nkunku brings something different. And again, I promise you, Nkunku is the better player. Nkunku is the better goal scorer. He's the better player. That's just a fact. Nico Jackson is talented. He's good and he brings value. But if I've got a decision to make between Nkunku and Nico Jackson, I'm choosing Nkunku. 1,000%. Because I've seen him play. He's proven in the UCL at the highest level in club football, he is the better player. So if we now have a situation where he's unhappy, he's not being played, and you have a scenario where you lose him to Man United, that is a nightmare scenario. And please don't have a situation where Amorim gets him. Amorim gets the best out of him, and he's suddenly doing amazing stuff for Man United, and we're stuck with the snow bunny hopper who, after his purple patch, he's now gone back to being trash as a goal scorer. Because, hello, Chelsea fans, we need a goal scorer. We don't need guys who just play well, perform well. I don't want my strikers to perform well, no. I want my strikers to perform like trash, but score a three-piece. I want a goal scorer. The guys who perform well, that's my right forward, my left forward, my number 10, my DM, my midfielder, my left back, right back. Those are the guys that I want to perform well and do their roles well. My goal scorer, I want him to be trash. I want him to be garbage. But he scores a three-piece. I don't care about good play, counter press, pressing from the back, all these other intangibles. I don't care about that crap. I want to win. And you win by scoring goals. So I want my goal scorer to specialize in scoring goals. And Nkunku is a better goal scorer than Nico Jackson. He simply is. So handle this very carefully. Handle this very carefully. Because if you don't handle this very carefully, I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. Because if Nkunku leaves, and we no longer have Nkunku to be brought in back here, and we're now stuck with Nico Jackson, and there's no other goal scorer there, and the goal scoring board now falls into Nico Jackson, we are screwed. And if he starts to ball for Man United, I'll riot. Guys, like the vid. Remember to check out the websites, footballhut.com. Subscribe button, and remember to check out those other members-only vids over there, guys. Peace out. Stay true. What's up? Peace out.